started the recording. Okay. So, hello everyone. Good afternoon, and hope you're all well and safe. Myself, Parvez Syed. I uh, work in the industry in a product company as a senior UX UI designer, and I have been in this field past 19 years, and my relevant experience on UX UI is 14 years. I will be conducting your 6 sessions for UX design. So I just want a small brief introduction from each of you that what you are currently doing, and what do you want to achieve after doing this particular course. So one by one, I think we can start with Akshay.
Okay. Hi, sir. This is Akshay. I'm from Pune and I have a background. I've done my postgraduate in design and innovation, and I work as a design consultant in L&T Infotech.
Mm-hmm.
So I mostly work with around the design thinking process, and I want to learn UX design because I see that as I know, as an extension to design thinking. Um, I mean, I lack the high fidelity wireframing and all skills. So I
UX.
hope to learn them and implement them in the future.
Cool, cool. Nice to hear that. Thank you, Akshay.
Yep. Thank you.
Next, please, Deepika.
Deepika is from Malaysia, sir.
Oh, okay. So, Mahan Mahantesh, right?
Hello, hi everyone. Myself is Mahantesh from Bangalore. Totally, I have 6 years experience in technical publication.
I hope Mahan is. Am I audible?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Mahan, your voice is not audible. We could not hear you.
I unmuted. Can you hear me, sir? No. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you a bit, but it's okay. I mean, you can still continue. Not a problem.
Okay, myself is Mahantesh from Bangalore.
Mm-hmm.
Totally, I have 6 years experience in technical publication. Recently, I came to know that the UI and the UX having a very good scope. Uh, Hello.
Yes, yes. Now you are more audible. Yes.
Okay. So, recently, due to this pandemic situation, I lost my job in the month of April.
So sorry.
Technical
Yeah.
publication is 2 6 years I have worked. Later, I came to know that I am trying to get a new job, but I couldn't make it be since I have more experience and I crossed the limitations. So I need to jump to the new domain. So recently, I came to know that UI and UX is having more scope nowadays. So
So you were
definitely,
working as a public in a publication company, is it?
yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're right.
Okay. So it was towards print or it was towards e-learning?
It's like aircraft manuals,
Manuals.
maintenance manuals. Yes, yes.
Yeah, but it was digital or it was print
It was a digital, sir.
digital.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
So I lost my job in the month of April.
Uh-huh.
Since then, I was trying to get a job, but I couldn't because I had more experience. Almost 6.5 years I have experience. So it was a difficult to get a job after 6 years in technical publication.
Mm-hmm.
Openings were also very less.
So when as you were telling that you were working as a
Technical
designer in
illustrator.
publication towards digital. So what was your role in this?
Like it's complete creation of technical manuals like maintenance manuals, repair manuals. In that we used to create like illustration department like line diagrams,
Uh-huh.
and most of the sometimes we used to uh, uh, like Adobe Illustrator we were using
Uh-huh.
just for line diagrams we used to make.
Okay, this company was in Bangalore, is it?
Yeah, I think you heard Boeing, right? Boeing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So basically, what I understand is you were working on the content part of e-learning uh, manuals, in your e-learning digital manuals for aviation, is it?
Yes, sir. You are absolutely right.
Yeah. So uh, I, I mean, you have landed on a right field actually.
Yes, sir.
Uh, so,
Reason I'll give you. Yeah. Yeah.
there is a few students are in waiting room. Just check them.
Okay. Swapnil and Snehal Shinde. Okay, they are in. Yeah. So Mahan, I just want to tell you that I mean you have landed on the right field actually.
Okay.
Reason is UX UI. Of course, you even you know that it is on hype these days, this year, and it will be there in the future as well. Reason
Mm-hmm.
is everybody wants to go digital. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
second is
Okay.
after this lockdown, the requirement has increased.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Because everybody wants to go digital. Every company wants to have their processes online and digital. So what happens is to create all these things, of course, IT will be needed. IT companies, they will reach out to IT companies, and IT companies for developing these applications or websites or portals or web applications, they will need designers and developers. So of course there is a huge there will be huge need in UX UI designers and developers requirement. So you are in the right field now, and you don't have to worry about the job. You will surely get the job.
Thank you.
You don't worry about it, because this industry, in this lockdown thing, this industry has survived.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. True, true.
Okay, so you don't have to worry anything about it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just concentrate on this course, create as many as portfolios you have time, create as many as portfolios during this course. I'll guarantee you that you will get the job, not a problem.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Akshay.
Okay, and you have that 6.5 years ka experience. Don't need not worry about it. Okay, cool. So we'll move to Prarthana.
Sir, I have one more doubt.
Yes,
Can I show this 6.5 years experience which I got through a technical publication? Can I show in UI and UX?
but you used to do a designing, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you can show it.
Okay.
You can show.
Because I can't go as a fresher, right? No, so that's why I'm asking.
I agree that you cannot go as a fresher, but you can show this experience. But of course, in a UX UI field, you will be treated as a fresher. Did you get it?
Oh, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
In UX UI field, you will be treated as a fresher, but you will have that upper hand when you go for an interview, because you have that working experience of 6.5 years, plus
Okay.
you have a working experience in working in an IT, plus
Mm-hmm.
you have a working experience as a designer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you will have an upper hand for your selection and for your salary package as well.
Okay.
So not to worry about it.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you very much.
cool. uh can we have, yeah, next please, Prarthana.
Hello, sir. My name is Prarthana, and I'm from Karnataka.
Mm-hmm.
And I am pursuing final year computer science engineering right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all about me.
Okay, so you are a student currently.
Yeah.
Okay, Okay. And what is the goal of doing this course?
I was interested to take upon this because I'm interested in designing and such things. So I thought of taking up this field.
So you would want to go in this field as a career.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, great, cool. Thank you. Uh, Next, please, Prerna.
Hello, sir. I'm Prerna from Nasik. Hello. So, can
Mhm.
you hear me?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yeah. So, I had just completed my BSc, and you can consider me as fresher because I had just done graphic designing like Photoshop and Illustrator, but I haven't worked in this field. Like professionally, I haven't worked, and like just joining for the UI UX is my purpose is like for job. I
Okay.
want to I want to make a career in like UI UX.
So as you told that
So
you know Illustrator and Photoshop,
yeah,
so but you're still not working in some company, right? You may be working
uh,
as a freelancer or something like that, right?
yeah, and actually I had worked with my friends. Like I just have helped them in like some kind of projects.
Designing, okay, okay. So
Yeah.
what kind of projects you work on?
Uh, s- Actually, they used to like take some like live banners. They used to design some live banners for the like some of the
Web banners
shopping
on the
sites.
web
Yeah, yeah,
banners for
web
shopping
banners.
portals or uh, some websites, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Cool, nice. So
Yeah.
you will have that upper hand of when you start with this course, and when in your UX, in your usability, in your UI, you'll have that upper hand because you have that uh, design.
Yeah, but not that professionally because like I have learned on a very basic level. I used to see the YouTube videos and also I have whatever I had learned that I had learned from YouTube and like somewhere like so
Great,
I haven't learned that professionally.
great, great. So this field is all about upgrading yourself. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
one should keep upgrading yourself. This field is all about that, and even I have to keep myself upgraded so I can tell you new features and new things, what is going in industry, all latest trends. If I don't upgrade myself, then I could not tell you as well, right? So
yeah,
everyone
exactly.
have to keep upgrading themselves. Very nice thing.
Hmm.
Cool.
So
Thank
one
Okay,
you,
student is in waiting room, sir. Please check.
okay.
Mr. Rajat Tavde. Yeah, I think we're done. So who's next?
Hmm?
Who's next?
Oh, boss.
Ramya.
Hi, hi, myself Ramya Rajgopal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Tamil Nadu.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm working as a production artist in MNC company.
As a production artist.
Yeah,
Okay.
related to um, so
What
I
is your
just
job profile then? What related to
related to graphic design as well.
graphic design?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So
So I
what
came to
what you generally you design there? You work on applications, you work on portals or print, digital, what?
uh, digital for digital and print.
Okay, okay, all right.
So
And
I came to know about UX have more scope. That's the person reasons to join this course.
you want to get upgraded on UX UI and go full-fledgedly in UX UI as a UX UI designer, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, cool, fine. Thank you.
Thank
Next,
you.
please, Swapnil.
Hello,
Yes, Swapnil.
myself Swapnil. I'm from Pune. I'm working in Affinity Express company.
Mm-hmm.
This is graphic designing company.
Mm-hmm.
I completed my graphic design course in Pune.
Okay.
I'm interested. I'm interested to learning UI UX.
So you are working in a graphic
That's
designing
why I'm
company.
joining this.
Okay. So you are currently working as a graphic
Yes,
designer in some company.
yes, sir.
Okay. So you do what kind of work you do there? You design layouts or you design banners, you design print, you design digital, what?
So design vector art creation in Illustrator.
Vector art creation. So you do the illustration part, is it?
Yes, sir.
And you do that through drawing yourself or how?
Uh,
What is your qualification?
qualifications at 12th.
Okay, great, fine, cool. Thank you, Swapnil. Next, please, I think Rajat.
Yes.
Rajat, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Rajat Tavade. I'm from Chandrapur. I am a graphic designer. I wish to move in UI UX field as an alternate career option.
Mm-hmm.
I'm basically actually an electrical engineer.
Okay. You are from Pune,
Chandrapur.
Chandrapur. That's in which state?
It's in Maharashtra.
In
It's
Maharashtra.
150 kilometers down south of Nagpur.
Okay, great. Okay, cool. And you are working as a graphic designer currently.
Yes, sir.
You want to upgrade to UX UI.
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. I hope everyone uh, has been introduced. Okay, so for the people who were late entered in the in this session, for them I'll just introduce myself again. So hi, myself Parvez Sayed. I am from Mumbai, and I have uh, I've been working in a product company as a senior UX UI designer, and it's been 19 years for me in design field. And design I have designed a lot of websites previously. I started my career again, same thing, from print, and from print I upgraded to web, then from web to UX UI for mobile applications, tablets, and uh, web UI. So it's been a long journey, and I have enjoyed this field a lot, because every day you have a new thing, new challenges to work on, and very nice uh, field, because you have to be more creative, and while designing, while thinking design, while designing the experience, you need to be very alert from users angle, and you have to think from what users will think. So we all use smartphones on our mobiles and tablets, or we day in day out we use so many applications. We actually are the users for the applications which are already there on App Store and Play Store, right? So lot of us install a lot of applications on our mobile. This is happening now. I mean, from past 10 years or 15 years, I would say, right? But before that, I would like to tell you a story about how this UX plays an important role for designing these applications. Just a small story which I have experienced, and in the year of 2000. So I don't know how many people of you know that in year 2000 there was a recession and dot-com companies were shutting down because that time in year 90, 98, 99, 2000 there was a lot of craze of websites and was everybody wanted to do web designing and wanted to create a websites and every little I mean every corner you'll find a company who are designing websites. And suddenly in 2000 this dot com started shutting down. This is basically this happened because everybody was designing websites without any thinking, no user experience, no thinking from users angle. There was zero thinking on from users perspective, right? When you actually think from users angle that hey, this user will be using my application or so many users will be using my application, this user group will be using my application, and when you design from that angle it makes a lot of difference, and your design change and it becomes an experience. Okay, so what happened is that time everybody was designing and not they were not thinking about users. And used to happen, users used to go on the websites, they never used to find what they wanted, they never used to find what they actually went there for, and they used to shut down that website, it never used to work, and they used to switch off to another website or something else. Okay, so because of this, if there is a less traffic on your on the website or on any product, okay, there is a problem. I think Akshay wants to ask some question, please.
Yeah, Parvez, sir, sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
Snail is waiting to join the call. She's having some connectivity issue.
I think I
Yeah,
have admitted her
yeah.
now again. Previously, I think I admitted her, but I think she dropped off. Yeah, now she is in. So, Snehal, can you please introduce yourself quickly?
Yeah. Hi, sir. My name is Nehal, and I am working as a graphic designer currently in Affinity Express from last 3 years.
In Pune.
Yeah, in Pune.
Okay,
And
cool. And what is your goal for this course?
actually, after doing a lot of research, I found that UI UX is the need for means for the current situation we can say in this graphics field. So graphics means my knowledge was not that much.
Okay, so basically, you want to get upgraded to UX UI and you want to become a UX UI designer, right?
Yeah.
Great, very nice thing. Thank you so much for your introduction. So we were actually discussing about a very short story about in 2000 how dot-com companies were down and what was the reason actually. So I was telling that the reason was bad user experience. The reason was there was no standards for designers and developers for to create any website. So throughout this 6 sessions, when I say a product, okay, when I say a product, it means that website, web UI, web portals, mobile applications, and tablet applications. Okay. So throughout this course, I mean, throughout this 6 sessions, whenever I say product, it means this. Okay, no any other products like mobile or sorry uh, table, chair. I'm not talking about those products. I'm talking about product means mobile applications, tablet applications, all these things. Okay, so what happened that time is there were no standards. Okay, so in 2001 to in 2001 to what this W3C, I hope you know this W3C. Okay, it's an organization. It's a global organization who actually controls this, IT thingy. So they came up with some standards, some basic standards to design websites. That was Web 2.0. That was called as Web 2.0. You can anytime search on your internet, on your mobile or your laptop. I mean, that what was Web 2.0. Okay. So that time, this Web 2.0 got released. Those had these standards. These standards like uh, font size should be so much. Then the background should have diagonal lines. Then your buttons should be bigger. Your font the font on the buttons should be bigger, should be obvious. Then images should be high quality, and users should reach within 3 clicks where what they want. Okay, all these standards were set in 2002-3, and this people started website designing again based on these standards, based on these standards. Okay, so after that, Web 3.0 came into picture, and then later on, slowly and steadily, these guidelines and principles for UX design and UI design came into picture, and that's how it started. UX actually came up, and it became an hype, and it became a requirement and an important need in the mobile application process or web application process or website process. That's how it became so important. Okay, second thing is it also became important because because of Apple actually came up with lot of, it is there, this user experience, user guides, this user interface, this is there since ages. Okay, but people never used to follow this as a process. People never used to give importance to these things. But slowly steadily, when mobile applications came in, tablet applications came in, then these platform companies, this platform owners, they actually had their own standards and specifications to design these web mobile applications and tablets. That's how people started following this as a process. Okay, and that's how it became important. All right. So Apple started with their own phones. Google came with Android. Now both these platforms have their own specifications and guidelines to follow from users angle, and for user experience and for user interface as well. Okay, but in all this whole thing, when I say user experience, it is nothing but the experience what we have, that whatever experience we have with the product, or even in our real life. Okay, whatever experience we have, we see generally we always go to some suppose if I want to go for to remove a license. Okay, and if I don't get a proper experience, I will generally say, hey, that's not a good experience. I mean, they should have this, they should have this process, they should have this process, and right. So we tend to see that from experience angle, that hey, this process was not good, right? So it is in the same way when we go on the mobile applications or tablet applications or any website or any web application, in that, from for that also, if we don't find what we want very soon, okay, will get frustrated and will just close that mobile application and will go to some other mobile application, right? So this is what keeps happening. So we should actually think from users experience angle. All right, so let me start with the actual topics for UX design for this first session. I have explained you what user experience and user interface we are looking at. We will be we will be designing a user experience for mobile applications, for iOS, for Android, for web applications, or a website. Okay, in this whole course we'll have this in a different process. So right now what we are learning is UX design. Your first module is UX design, and in this there are 6 sessions. Today we'll be having the first session. Tomorrow we'll have second session accordingly. Okay, I will share my screen. Let me know who cannot see my screen. Everybody can see my screen?
Yes.
Cool. So our first session is about introduction to UX. So in this session, the topics covered, what you'll learn in the session is the with case study, what is UX and its importance, sharing experience, UX process. That's nothing but in UX process, you'll be learning the discovery process, how the discovery process is done in this whole UX process. And you'll have a homework project for your app based on the topics. Okay. So what are the topics that we'll see in this session? Okay. So what is user experience? We have already spoken about it, but let's see. So what user feels, what user needs, and what user values, user abilities, and also user limitations to solve a problem. Right? That's how. See, basically, how this experience starts. When there is a problem, you tend to solve this problem through a better experience, right? What we are doing, we being a designer, what we are doing is we are designing a good user experience for users who has problems, and we are solving their problems, right? So what user feels, what user needs, what user values, their abilities, and also the limitations to solve the problem. What is importance of UX? So what icons you see on this screen? You see Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, Amazon, YouTube, right? So why these logos are here? What is the text there? They are successful because of the user experience they provide, right? Now I'll give you an example. Facebook. Do Facebook have their own content? No. Facebook, on Facebook, who is putting the content? We. We who are the users. We are putting content on Facebook. Google. Google is searching what? Google is searching our content on internet, right? LinkedIn. LinkedIn has all profiles of different users. The content is updated or uploaded on these portals by users. Amazon. Do Amazon have their own products? Nowadays, they are having their own products, some their own brand, sub brands. But who is actually selling there? There are different sellers. There are different who are the users, right? And who is buying it? We are buying it, right? So all these portals, what you see on YouTube, YouTube does not have their own uh, video collections. It is users who are uploading videos on YouTube, right? So all these portals are there because of users, right? And we are pushing the content on these portals, right? So they don't have their own content, right? They are successful because of the user experience that they provide, because of the user experience that they provide. We are using them. We all are using WhatsApp on our mobile application, on our mobile devices, right? And we are very used to it, right? We When we sleep, we are using it, before sleeping and after sleep also. We get up in the morning and we tend to first see the WhatsApp messages, right? We all are using it very religiously, I would say, right? That's because it has a good experience, good user experience. We There are a lot of other applications in market, right? But why we use WhatsApp? Because it has more better experience than any other applications, right? So you think from this angle, that why we are using all these things, because the UX that they provide, the user experience that they provide. If they don't give a good experience to us, if for sending a message I have to type and send after 3 tabs or 4 tabs, will we send this message? No, we will not send the messages, right? Because it will be then a bad experience. Now what is happening is, we select a user whom we want to send a message. We type, just click, tap on send button, and it has been sent, right? So it is all about the experience in the product that we give to the users. And who will design this user experience? We who are the designers. Okay, how we will do that? We'll see that in this whole course and in the process of what we are learning. Okay, any questions till now? I want to see faces here. And can you please on the video, your video, and I want to see expression, that how much you have understood this. Any questions till now? Anything, any doubt?
No, sir.
No, nothing.
No? Okay. So if there is no answer, I will think that you have understood everything. There are two things when there are no questions. One, you have understood everything. Second, you have not understood anything. Okay. So I will go with that, with the first one, that you have understood everything. Okay. Until unless you tell me, sir, I have not understood this, I'll explain you again. Okay. Cool. So let's move to the next screen. So let's share some of our experience, what we have gone through. Okay, let us have some interaction between us, and let us see that what all experience we have gone through. Okay, when I say experience, it can be any experience, any daily routine experience also. It can be anything. I will tell you my, one of my experience. So I was actually uh, traveling to some other city and once, and I actually was staying in some hotel there. What, I was staying for a couple of nights there, and I was on official tour, and I was there for a couple of days. I was there in some hotel, and it was a good three star rating hotel. And I went for a bath in a bathroom, and there I could not. There was a hot water options, but I could not get a hot water. Okay, so I used, I played with those taps, lot of, at least half an hour, and I could not get hot water. Finally, I called up at reception and told that person that, hey, can you help me with this hot water tap, please? And finally, he came and he got me the hot water from the same tap where I was struggling for half an hour. Okay, there I was. There I thought, hey, this is a so bad experience, so bad user experience. I could not, find that tap to get the hot water, and I it was a very bad user experience on that whole set of tap for getting a hot water. So this is a daily routine experience what I'm talking about. Okay, so what I would expect from you is the same kind of thing, same experience. If you have gone through, I would like to hear that. Okay, so let's on our videos, our cameras, and start with the first experience, please. Action. Who will be who will be acting first, please? I don't want actings, but at least an experience. So I'll start with the person I first got introduced to. That was Akshay.
Okay, I'll go. Um, so my experience was happy, and mm, so my friend wanted to buy this car,
Uh-huh.
this luxury car, and it was just recently that we went to this Range Rover showroom in Pune,
Uh-huh.
and it was a very good experience. I mean, compared to even other luxury brands.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so being COVID, we obviously had all those temperature checks and all. We went in. They had many options for the beverages, etc. And the test ride vehicle was also present right over there. We didn't have to wait a long time. The test ride, we could do anything we want in the test ride of the vehicle. Um, we had a long test ride, and then what I liked especially was the way they had arranged all the color options and all. So usually you get to see them on the digital screen and all, but they have kept this metallic pieces of what do I say? So that arranged it on a table. It was a very different experience. So I think I enjoyed that a lot.
Great, great. Nice to uh, hear that experience. Nice thing. Anybody else wants to share?
Yeah, I have an experience in that.
Yeah, please.
Actually, I'm interested in photography.
Uh-huh.
So mostly I used Canon camera. One day I have changed my colleague camera. I got my colleague camera. It was a Nikon. So I was searching the timer option. I was searching a lot. I was searching what you said as, but I didn't get the option. So I asked my friend how to. He said in a simple way, but there is no user instructions or something. So I was stuck in that. So I got those kind of experience.
Nice. That's a nice thing to know. So everybody might have gone through, everybody, I mean, there is no single person who have not been to such kind of experience. I will tell you my experience, one more experience from my, I mean, this couple of days back I wanted to watch uh, this hit show, The Big Boss. Okay. And I went on Woot actually. And I actually started to search for the uh, episodes list, and you will find that, when you go on the Woot app, you have to go two three after two three tabs. You will find this. Uh, you will have the latest video on top, but if you want a episodes list, you will have to scroll down through everything. Okay. And then in the last you will have this episode list. Okay. And so I thought that this is a bad experience for a user, because me being a user, I want to watch Big Boss, and I want to, if I want to go, if I want to watch, if I go on Voot to watch Big Boss, I should see the experience, this episode list first, and then all unseen and unseen cards and all those things, all those different sections what you have, everything can come later. What user wanted is the episodes, right? Why every user will go for, if for any series they want to see. Okay. So they will actually go episode by episode, right? There was an episode by episode list, but it was hey, I mean, it was completely not usable, right? So these kind of experience would, you know, uh, come day in day out for you, and you have to see that from experience angle, that hey, how can we improve this as an experience, how we can improve the user experience for this particular process. And then what will happen, you will start thinking from users angle. Hey, this can be this way, this can be this way. When you go to any mall, okay, and you don't find any shop where you want to buy a product from, what you will do, you will go on a information desk, or you will go to the kiosk where you can actually see, hey, where is this shop, right? You will not keep searching all the floors on the shop, right? And if that kiosk is not there in the mall, it is a bad experience, right? So users should get a very smooth experience when they want to do whatever they want to. Okay. So remember this one thing, every time now, from now, you will start thinking from users angle. You will start thinking what users want. Okay. And who will be your users? There are a lot of people, there are so many people, your relatives, your friends, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, everybody is your user. Okay. So whenever you start designing now applications or any product, think from users angle, take their reviews, take their feedback for improving your product every time, in every step of this UX and UI process. Okay, so let's go to next screen, please. So I'll explain you this one experience, which is a very good and very emotional experience. But it will actually teach you that how you can think on different kind of how to improve the experience. Okay, so let's go on to this accident. So what happens? So this is a whole story given in an experience and from experience angle. Okay, so let's start with the first point: accident of friend's father. So what happened
Excuse
is,
me, sir.
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Please add Swapnil. He has messaged on WhatsApp group.
Oh, one second. Mhm. I could not see his invitation. One sec. Yeah. Swapnil, Swapnil,
Yes, sir.
am I audible?
Yes, sir.
You got disconnected, is it?
Yes, I am network issues.
Okay.
That's
Okay. So, uh, you are there with us now. You were there till where did you listen?
hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking that till where you were there in the session. When did you got disconnected?
Sir, I have some network issues, so that's why.
Okay, no problem, no worries. Okay, anybody for the people who are there in this session, please let me know. Like Snehal told me, right? That please add Swapnil. So like that, if anybody sees or messages on chat, please let me know, because I am generally on this full screen session of the video. I may not know that who wants to get admitted. So please take care of that. Okay. Thank you, Snehal. So let's go on to start this. So what happens is, accident of friend's father took him to KM hospital by taxi. So KM hospital is there in Mumbai. It's there in uh, s- South Mumbai. Okay. So the patient was kept on a stretcher immediately. Immediately went to casualty. Request to a doctor for immediate treatment. Doctor asked for case paper. So here, see these 6 points. There is one set of experience. This is one set of experience that requested to a doctor for immediate treatment, but doctor asked for a case paper, right? I felt, now here is the solution for these 6 steps is, I felt do treatment first, then paperwork. So this is an improvement for this set of experience. Okay, this is the first improvement. Okay, let's see the 8 point. I searched for case paper window near casualty approx 3 to 4 minutes. I asked the staff about case paper. One sec, just give me a second, just give me a second. Yeah, sorry, there is a construction site behind my house. So I searched for case paper window near casualty approx 3 to 4 minutes. I asked the staff about case paper window. Staff said that the window is in the old building, ground floor. I immediately ran fast to go in old building for case paper. There was a big queue for case paper. Now, these 6 points, you will see that the solution for that is, I think separate queue window for emergency case paper and general case paper. Because there was a long queue and it was a single queue for emergency and for general as well. So I think the experience should be, there should be two separate windows, two separate queues, one for emergency and one for general. Okay, so this is second improvement step in the experience. Okay, then we'll see. After 10 minutes, I reached case paper window. I paid the charges for case paper. By noting the basic info about the patient, he issued the case paper. I ran fast and came back to casualty. After returning, I noticed that already 4 patients are in the queue. I stood in a queue. I thought case paper window should be near to casualty. So this is again a improvement for an experience, for in this experience, that I thought case paper window should be near to casualty, right? After 15 minutes, I submitted case paper to the doctor. The doctor gave an admission form for filling. Form was lengthy and the language was difficult to understand. I felt language should be simple and understandable. I felt the form should be shorter. Okay, so these green text, what you see is the improvement in this experience, that this needs to be there. This is the problem solver. Okay, what is your problem? The gray text, all what gray text what you see is the problem, and green text is the solution to this problem. I felt language should be simple and understandable. I felt the form should be shorter. So for form filling, it took 15 minutes. I submitted the form. After submission form, the doctor started the treatment. Actual treatment started after 2 hours from accident, right? So problem is this: actual treatment started after 2 hours from accident, right? So the solution for this problem is, I think admission process is very lengthy and time consuming. I felt the admission process should be very short and time saving, right? So this was the whole experience, what we could actually we face day in day out in different ways. This was one way to express this experience with you. It was one way to share this experience with you, right? And what was the problem, how it could be solved, we have shown that in this, right? So let's see insight from this experience. What are the insights? So problem statement, let's see the problem statement. Delay in the admission process is the root cause of bad experience, right? The problem is delay is in the admission process is the root cause of bad experience. Solutions to solve delay problem. So how it could be solved? There are two ways. One is physical, second is digital, right? Let's see first physical. So shift case paper window near casualty ward. Reduce fields in admission form and make it easy to understand. So this is physical, right? We can shift the case paper window near the casualty ward and reduce the fields in the admission form so that it does not take time and users can easily understand what to be filled in this form. Okay, how it could be digital? Make a website where user can fill the admission form online, and make a mobile app where user can do admission formalities on the go, right? So there is no uh, restrictions that now the patient could not be admitted or something like that. Make a website, user can fill the admission form online very quickly, and make a mobile app where user can do admission formalities on the go. They can just fill the details, fill the data online instead of running from one building to another building to different queue. All these things, this all these can be avoided by just going digital and creating a simple single admission form. Okay, any questions till here? No hands? I understand you have understood everything.
So just one question.
Yes, please.
Uh, so now when we look at this, suppose the person accompanying the injured, there
Uh-huh.
can be many types of them, right? I
Right,
mean,
right,
someone
right.
can be from the city, someone can be from the village. So making a website would not solve the problem for the for someone who say is not very tech savvy or uses
Right,
these
right. So
things.
there were
So
two solutions.
okay,
One is physical, one is digital.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. So
Hmm.
in physical, what we suggested was shift case paper window near the casualty ward.
Right.
Right,
Hmm.
because it was there in some other building, so he has to run to the other building first, then he had to stand in the queue there, then when he got to the window, from there then again he came, and then
Yeah,
again here it took time to fill the admission form again. Right.
yeah, got it.
So all these things can be physical or digital. If it is physical, if it is somewhere in rural areas, this could be the solution. Okay, I am not telling that this can be only solution, but this can be one of the solution.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
And in the digital way, if we want to see, it can be this way. It can be a lot of more ways, like for example, if they see, if they have this mobile app or website online, and they can, when they start from home, they can start filling it. Okay, I understand the depth behind the emergency. If it is an emergency,
Hmm.
you will not think about all these things,
Yeah,
right? But but then anyways you have to go to the hospital and you have to do all this process, right? So these needs to be there, these options should be there, this availability should be there. Whether they do it physical or they do it digital, that is up to the patient and their person who is accompanying that person, that patient.
okay, got it, sir. Thank you.
So have your question get got answered?
Yes, sir.
Cool, cool,
Thank you.
cool. Thanks. So let us map our sessions are with the process. So actually, I'll just explain you. Our sessions are actually mapped to the UX process. Okay, how it? Let's see. So session one is your discovery session. Session two has user research and user persona. Okay. Session three and four is about information architecture and defining the navigation. Okay. Session fifth is about user flow, task flows, and six is about low fidelity and user journey. Okay, creating a user journey. So these all these six sessions has this process. Okay, UX and UI is a linear process actually. Okay, you can skip the steps what are involved here. Okay, but it always depends on the process what one particular company is following. Okay, process is standard everywhere in all companies and in all organizations. You will find the same process. Okay, only it may be termed as a different name. It may happen that they may skip some steps and move directly from 1 to 4 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 4, 2 to 5. It may happen based on project to project. and volume of the project. Okay, if a volume of the project is just, if the duration of the whole project is 1 month, and it may not need some of the steps of user experience, companies tend to skip those steps. Okay, I'm telling you now, because so that you have that in your mind. Okay, but you should be knowing all the steps and all these steps in the process. Okay, skipping depends on the company to company, project to project. Project size matters. Okay, if it is a 3 days project, you cannot afford to do all these steps, right? But it is a, if it is a 6 months project to 1 year project, 2 years, 3 years, you tend to do all this process in the uh, that particular project. Okay, so what is discovery? Discovery is about, you are actually discovering the requirement of that particular project. Say for example, if you have a requirement of designing and developing a mobile application, or you may have a requirement of designing a web application or a website. Okay, so you will actually start gathering the requirement, right? Discovering the requirement, what is about. So what you will be doing, you will be actually speaking to stakeholders, all those things. So we'll see that what all comes under discovery. User research is about researching with users. As I told previously, that you will start now thinking from users angle. So you need to do user research for each and every project that you do. Okay, and at least there should be minimum 10 users. Remember that. At least there should be 10 users minimum. Maximum it is on up, all up to you, but at least 10 users you should consider when you're doing your portfolio in this project. And when you're doing some industry project, there is no minimum, sorry, there is no maximum. You can go as many as you want. Okay, there are different types of user researches which you will learn in this session, in this course. Okay, user persona is basically, what we do is, see, it is very difficult to go to each and every user every time, right? Suppose for example your project is going to run for 6 months, you will not keep going to the users again and again for 6 months every day and in every hour. You will not do that, and that's not possible. So what we do, what you generally do is, you create a user research, and in from that user research you get some data, out of which you create a user persona. So this user persona, what happens is, you are creating a fictitious character in front of you, that hey, this person is my user, and he is like this, he is like this, his user needs are these, his user goals are this, his motivation factor is this much, this 80%, he is tech savvy 20%, he is not so mobile friendly user. Okay, all these things you get from user research, and out of this you create one user persona. Okay, and then whenever you design your experience for mobile application or anything, through that, during that 6 months, you will think, hey, I want to add this new feature to this application. Will this be beneficial to this particular user? Will he be able to use this feature, or how should I show this feature to this kind of users or this kind of user group? So all these things you are actually recording in this user persona. Okay, any questions here? No.
Actually, I have a doubt. For user persona, we have to So how we will search about the users? For single users, we can create the app, or else we use some particular users regarding the age criteria or some way. I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, what you generally do is you group your users in age groups. Okay, by age,
Okay.
and maybe you may have whatever you are designing an app. You may have three different user groups, right?
Okay.
It can be kids, it can be youngsters, and it can be people between 35 age to 45 age as well. So these three different groups are your target audience. Okay, so what you will do is you will create one persona, minimum I'm saying. Maximum you can create as much as you want if you have some variations in the users. Okay, but one you will create for kids, one user persona. Second persona you will be creating for youngster group. Third persona you will be creating for your 35 to 45 age group. So you will have three different personas, and when you design that feature, you will think from each and every angle for these different user groups.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Cool.
Okay.
Rajat, please.
Yeah, yes. So, on continuing what Ramya said, that while creating a persona, there are different people of different age groups and different diversities as well, or different ethnicities. So, how do you find a common ground while making, app? Let's take an example of Amazon or Flipkart, or you see, as a user, I prefer Flipkart more because I think their UI is great. Even though Amazon has larger number of product listings.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you get to attract more people with as you said that different people have different opinions or requirements.
Yeah. So I'll give you an example, a very basic example, and you may understand. So suppose there are two different user groups. Okay, and you are adding one product to your application. Okay, now
Okay.
this one user group is the youngster group. Okay, and one user group, I would say they are the aged ones. Okay, above above 40 plus. Okay, and this is the second user group. First user group is the youngsters, say for from 20 to 40. This is your first group, and second group is 40 plus. Okay,
Okay.
suppose you are adding one particular product. Okay, how would you inform these two users that, hey, we have added this product to our portal, right?
Okay.
So what can be the option? One, I will do social marketing. Okay,
Okay.
social media marketing. So by this, what user group I'm targeting? The first user group, right?
Uh,
because
well, yes. Sorry.
but because first user group will be there on social media, the second user group may not be on social media.
Correct.
Correct. So my one target audience is been addressed. Okay, now
Okay.
how would I inform the second target audience, right? So there are different options to inform this second target audience. One I would very easily say is SMS, bulk SMS. Okay, so I will SMS to these user groups, this user group, that hey, we have launched this product and it is there in this category and it is there on this page. I will also give a link of that particular page. Please click on this link to go on to that. So what happens is, see, this 40 plus users are not so tech savvy, right? So we will send a message, an SMS to them that hey, this product is launched and please click, if you want to see this product, please click on this link. So this link takes to the Amazon app and shows that product immediately. All right.
Yes.
So this is how you target the two different audiences. Right now, even in within the app also, you will say that how could I see, there are two ways to reach to one particular product. There are many ways in different portals to reach to one particular product, but there are two very common, which I'll say is, one is through navigation, second is through search, right?
Correct. Yes.
So when it is navigation, who goes through navigation? Which audience? Tell me, which audience will go through navigation and which audience will go through search?
Um, the audience which is familiar with the UI of the application will go through navigation, and the people who may not be or easier to find it through search will go for the search one.
Yes, right. So what happens is, in our case, we had two different groups. Okay. So first may go through navigation. They may also go with search. It is not mandatory, right? But people who are not so tech savvy, they may not go through the navigation. They may directly go to the search option, right? That hey,
Correct.
I
Yes.
want to buy this product. Please show me this. So they will search and they get that product in the listing. People who are a little more tech savvy, they may search, but they can also go with this navigation angle, right?
Yes.
This is how you actually target different audiences. There are different scenarios always to, test scenarios. There are different case studies that how one particular thing can be achieved for two different groups or one different group or three different groups. Okay, generally it is recommended not to keep more groups in your, not to target more than three groups in your uh, for your product.
Okay.
Okay, have I answered your question?
Yes, sir.
Cool, thank you. Anybody else, any more questions? Okay, so let's move to the next part, that is IA. So once you have the user persona created in front of you, you know who is your user. Okay, so so your project is for 6 months, and after 4 months, you may, if you don't have this persona, you may tend to forget your user, how he is, who is your user, how he behaves when it is towards more technical and tech savvy angle. So if you don't have this persona, you will tend to forget after 4 months. But if you have this persona ready with you in front of you, all these three personas of these three user groups, what will happen is, it can be one user group, it can be two, it can be three. Okay, I'm just telling, if you have these three users in your list, you should have these three personas with you, so that you don't tend to forget, so you don't forget who your users are. It is there in front of you always, and you see that particular user. If required, put the photos of the users. it will always keep you know, it will be there in your mind that hey, this user was this way, he was behaving this way, his behavior was this, his motivational is this percentage. So all these his characteristics, everything comes to your mind when you have this user persona in front of you. All right. Then you have IN and the navigation. So IA is all about information architecture, and you are actually defining the navigation. What we were talking now, that if the user is coming through navigation, how the navigation should be. There are different kind of navigations. It always depends on the volume of the project as well. Okay, volume of the product as well. How many products are there in your application, in your product? All these things matter when you define your navigation. That comes from information architecture. So that all these all things you will learn in this fourth part of this process, that is the third and fourth session in your module. Fifth is your user flow, that how the user, how the user will flow in this product, how, what is a task flows, what what is basically one task. I'll explain you what is task in this basically. So when you are, so take an example of a food ordering application. So how many applications are there? There are so many applications, but which are the famous applications for food ordering? It's lunch.
Swiggy and Zomato.
Lunchtime, Swiggy and Zomato. So we have so what do we do on these applications? We actually order a food online, right? And they deliver it to us at our doorsteps. This is a this is their what this application does all about. So when I'm ordering a food, I log into this application, and this is one time process, log in and sign up, all these things. After that, what I do is I'll just open the app, search what I want to eat, or from where I want to eat. It can be either ways, right? It can be dish, it can be food name, or it can be restaurant name, right? And accordingly, we'll search, we'll explore the app, and then we will add a food which we want to add to our cart, and then we will add the quantity, we will send it, the checkout the process, make the payment confirmed, successful, track the delivery, and you get the delivery, right? Right from opening the app, searching the food, till the delivery. This is one process. This whole thing is your one task, what you're doing on this application. Got it? This whole task is your task flow, is your user flow. That what user will be doing on this app, what it will come for. Say for example, I am going on some shopping, online shopping application. It can be Amazon, it can be Flipkart, any app. What I am going for? I am going to buy a product. For example, I want to buy a mobile. Okay, I'll go on this mobile, on this product. I'll search what mobile I want to. So basically, I will search by brand or by features, right? So I'll search, I'll see that product. I like one particular product, mobile. I'll add it to cart. Okay, make the payment, and then wait for the delivery. We will keep tracking the delivery because we are very excited about the mobiles, what we buy, right? And we keep tracking the delivery status, that hey, it will come tomorrow or today or day after tomorrow, whatever it is, right? This whole process, whole this task, until the product comes to you, this whole task is one task flow. Okay, is one user flow. Okay, so every user go on to on a particular application to do something, either to get the information or to buy that particular product. Okay, so this, right from logging in to checking out and to delivery, this whole thing is one process, one user flow, one task flow. Okay. The sixth part is low fidelity and user journey. So once you have this user flow diagram in front of you, that it will has all this process, you will start, based on every flow, every step of your user flow, you will start creating rough sketches. These rough sketches will be of that particular screen. Hey, there will be a splash screen. Then after that, it will log in. After that, if not login, sign up. After sign up, automatic login. Then biometric login. Either of this, either use user credentials or biometric logins. Then you will draw one more. After login successful, it will go to dashboard, that is home screen. From home screen, it will go to this particular product. If user selects this product, it will show a product details screen. After user product details screen, it will have a add to cart or buy now. If user say add to cart, the product gets added to a cart. If user wants to go on a cart, it will take you to the cart from here. Then you check out the cart, check out from cart, you make the payment, whether it is online payment or cash on delivery, whatever it is, and then from there it will take you to the tracking delivery page. You track the delivery status. So whole thing, what you have actually made the diagram in user flow, you will actually create each and every screen, a rough screen, a sketch in your low fidelity. This whole thing is called as low fidelity. The sketch is what you draw is known as low fidelity, and when you add interaction to it, okay, that after clicking on this button, it will go to this screen. After clicking here, it will go to this screen. After clicking on this icon, it will go to this screen. This whole thing is nothing but a user journey. Okay, so this is how you are actually creating the whole UX experience for a particular mobile app or a tablet app or a web application or a website. Okay, so these 6 steps are there in your these 6 sessions. Okay, so what it says, UX process enhances user satisfaction by improving usability, accessibility, and overall experience of web and mobile app. Okay, any questions? Wow.
I have a question.
Wow.
Once once we completed a lower fidelity and user journey, after that we have to is the process is end, or else we have to do some other thing.
No. So here your actual process starts. Okay. So you have done these 6 steps, low fidelity and user journey. Once this is done, then you actually move to the medium fidelity. Okay. So what is medium fidelity? This medium fidelity you will be creating. So in low fidelity, you are actually doing it with pencil and paper. Okay. in medium fidelity, you will convert this into a digital. So you will do it in XD or Sketch or Figma, anywhere. We will be teaching you XD. Okay. So that is, XD is nothing but Adobe XD. It is a part of your creative suite, which comes with your Photoshop, Illustrator. All these things are there in this suite. Okay. So XD is a tool where you can create medium and high fidelity designs. Okay. So after low fidelity, you will move to medium fidelity, and during medium fidelity, you will learn this Adobe XD tool. And once you are done with your medium fidelity, so what will happen in medium fidelity? You will have this low fidelity version, but low fidelity is a rough version. You will make it little bit more advanced in medium fidelity, where you will actually define the where the content will be, the structure, the whole proper things in the medium fidelity. If anything is diverting in the low fidelity sketch, you will can improve it in medium fidelity section, and then once the medium fidelity has been freezed, you convert that into a high fidelity. That is your 98% design, what you are thinking about. That is your design. That is your high fidelity. So high fidelity is also done in your XD or these different tools. It always depends what you want to use. They all work same and similar. Okay. So once you have done with the high fidelity design, your design is ready. You will, at every step, you will do the testing with your users. And once your testing is set, your user testing is freezed, is signed off, then you give it to developers to develop this application. So here your actual design thing ends. Okay, but your work does not end, because when you give it to developer, your developer will need these assets from you. Okay, the icons, the color codes, all these images in high res, in different X sizes, all these things. So here your work does not end, but the design process ends. And after that, whenever the developer needs the assets or icons or images, accordingly, you will have to help them out. So that's how the whole process works.
Okay. Thank you.
But the testing goes on till the end. The user testing and functional testing as well. They all are involved in every stage and every step of this process. Okay.
Okay.
Anybody else? Any more questions? Okay, let's move to the next screen. So what we are seeing now is the Bazaar app actually, and it's a case study. It's a case study what you will be learning throughout this course. Okay, we have taken one application as a case study, one retail application. It is like an Amazon or a Flipkart, you would say, where the products are being sold. Okay, so this is just a fictitious app. Okay, where we are showing that this, for this app, this is the description, this is objective of business goal or target. Okay, accordingly you need to create your own project in your portfolio section. What are the topics? We'll come to that today. Okay, at the end of this session. Okay, so Bazaar app descriptive documents. The description is e-commerce app for online shopping. Objective is to create an app which will be one-stop shop for ladies. Okay, so this is the objective. What is the business goal? Is to generate revenue by selling products online. Okay, target audience. Who are the target audience users? Age group between 18 to 60 years. This is one age group. Okay, who will be using this. Okay, but it is a big huge user group. Gender would be female. Location, metro cities. Income group, rupees 25k onwards, who are earning 25k. Okay. Education is graduates, and profession, working and non-working ladies. Okay. So when you say 18 to 60 years, your whole audience becomes huge. But now what you're doing is you are funneling them, you are filtering them. Okay. So then you say 18 to 60 years, but only females. Then your audience become this much. Then you say location only metro cities. Then your audience becomes this much. Income group 25k onwards. Then your audience become these many. Education graduates, little more less. Profession, working and non-working ladies, almost this. So then from here to here, you got your target audience, right? So maybe you were having 5 crores users, right? But now you have only 50,000 users. Okay, so you are funneling them. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, what is the user? Who are the users? Only buyers in this application. There are only buyers. We are creating this case study only for buyers, not for sellers. Okay, competitors are Flipkart and Amazon. Okay, so discovery document content. So what will be the discovery document content? One is your stakeholder interview. So these 4 things you had it here also: description, objective, business goal, target audience, user role, and competitors. You have it here as well. You have description, objective, business goal, target audience, user role, right? And the 6th, you have competitors research. What is this stakeholder? Who are your stakeholders? Stakeholders who are the people who is actually giving you the work, who is actually giving you, telling that, hey, design me this app, develop me this app for. Okay, your clients. All right, so those are your stakeholders. But your real stakeholders are your client. But there will be a lot of stakeholders involved in this, in your project. Okay, your immediate boss, who will be reviewing your design, is also a stakeholder, is also considered a stakeholder. Okay, his immediate boss is also considered a stakeholder, right? Top management is also considered as a stakeholders. But your main stakeholder remains your client. Okay, so you need to ask them all about this app and discover everything from them in this interview, and put it under description, objective, business goal, target audience, and user role. When you come to competitors research, it says why it has been kept under domain knowledge, because domain knowledge means subject expertise. Okay, you need to have that, understand that what that domain carries standards for, right? So you need to do a competitors research. You will have, suppose for example, you are creating an Amazon app kind of application. You will have to go through Amazon, you will have to go through Flipkart, you'll have to go through Snapdeal, Agio, lot of these kind of retail apps where these are your competitors, right? So if you're creating any applications, these kind of online shopping, you need to go through these sites, these applications, and understand what are the basic standards they are using, what are the common things they all have, and what is the unique thing that you will have in this app so that users will come to your application. Okay, so these all things can be discovered in your stakeholder interview. Means you will be actually asking questions to your stakeholders and getting the requirements. So this is nothing but requirement gathering actually. But a very simple word to this is you are actually discovering the requirement. Okay. I want to ask any questions here. Okay. Let's move to next slide. So who is your stakeholder? A person who is asking you to make app for him, as I discussed. So what will come under stakeholder interview? Description. Okay, so what is basically description? Describe app as in detail. Okay, so what are the examples for it? If it is an e-commerce app, it is basically e-commerce app to sell bags online. It can be online movie tickets booking app. It can be online food order app, music player app to listen songs, e-commerce app to sell jewelry, online hotel room booking app, or anything. Maybe booking a parking booking app, or maybe booking a cab for rent, booking a cab for drive yourself, anything, any kind of applications. Okay, so that can be, this can be the description what you see now. Next is objective. Next is objective, right? Describe what is the objective behind making this app. So you will ask a question to your stakeholder that what is the objective behind making this app. Then they will start answering. An app which will be one-stop shop for ladies, an app to book a movie ticket online, an app where you can order food online, an app where you can listen songs, app where you can buy jewelry online, or you can book a hotel room online, right? Or you can book a cab online, or you can book a parking online. All these things come under your objective, right? Third is define a business goal. You'll ask, what is your business goal behind making this application, right? So your stakeholder will say, your client will say, generate revenue by selling products online, or generate revenue by showing. I am just selling a basic things. Client may tell a lot of things. They will say hell lot of things, right? But these are just basic things to start with your portfolio, your project, okay, and get confident in how applications are built and how applications are designed, how the experience has been designed. Okay, so generate revenue by showing advertised in app, by in-app purchases. Okay, what is in-app purchase? When you go to any app and they say, hey, we are free to use, but when you go inside, they'll say, to watch this, please do a subscription, right? That is in-app purchase. Okay, suppose if you're playing a game, okay, and in the game you can roam anywhere, but to go in this section you need coins, right? But you don't have coins, you have 0 coins or maybe 5 coins, and it asks you for 50 coins. Then they'll say, hey, please buy coins to enter this section. Then you'll buy those coins for maybe $100 or $200 or $5, $20, whatever. Okay, that is called as in-app purchases. All right. So by booking rooms in hotels online, by selling products online, this is basically this can be a business goal. See, anybody who is making an app, who is investing in a product, okay, they will expect the returns as well. So there should be some business goal, okay, that how you will be earning money in this app, okay, showing advertise in the app. So now if you when you see these YouTube videos, you will in the start you will see commercial ads, right? That's how YouTube is making money, right? And that's how people these days they are making money. They are giving users everything free, but they're showing ads, and for they're charging for these particular ads to display ads on their portals or their mobile applications or their tablet applications. It all depends on the traffic, daily traffic. Every second traffic is also calculated, that how many traffic is there for 1 hour, how many how many 5 lakhs 5 million users are there for one day on my mobile application. Everybody will sign an ad with you, okay. So this is how the business works. So business goals are set accordingly for their requirement, okay. Stakeholder interview, this target audience. So who will be the target audience? So information, what information is required is age group, gender, location, income group, education, profession, interest and hobbies. You'll ask your user, your stakeholders, who is your user group, because until unless you know the user group, you cannot do the user research with them, right? So they will tell you that, hey, I want to make a product for kids. I want to learn. I want to make a ABC learning course in this app. Okay, so you will be putting this learning thing in this app. So who becomes your target audience? You have two target audiences. One is a kid, one is their parents, right? If it is a kids application, right, one is their parents, right? But you will not make things so easy, because you cannot, because things which are which needs to be tapped, they need to be tapped, and who will tap on it? Their parents, not the kids, not the 2-year kid or 3-year kid. They will not know. It is a different story that these days this 2-year kids also know how to operate a YouTube. That is a different story, right? But you need to keep all these different age groups in mind when you are doing it. What gender you are creating for? What is the location? Location means, are you creating it for one state, or you're creating for the whole country, or you're creating it for the whole world? You need to know the location, okay. Income group, okay, who will be using this? Education, are you targeting literates only, or you're targeting illiterates as well? Okay, what is the profession that you're targeting? And then what are generally these people, what do have their what are the interests and hobbies for these user groups? These all things you need to capture in your stakeholder interview, okay. Current or potential users of application, okay. And the user role, what user will be doing in the app, whether they will be buying, they will be if it is a music player, they will be listening. If it is a booking app, ebook app, they will be reading books online. If it is room or ticket booking app, service receiver, photo editing app, basically it will be a photo editor, or food ordering app, they will be again a buyer for that particular food, okay. So you need to define that here itself, what this user will be doing. If it is a e-commerce app, they will be a buyer for this section. Then if you are creating whole end-to-end project, okay, start to end means, then your buyer comes into picture, your seller comes into picture, and your admin also comes into picture. So there will be three different users, right? There can be more as well, right? Like there can be top management who can be one user who wants to see the whole trend, whole reporting thing, that how many products are sold in one day, how many products are sold in 1 hour. All these reporting should also can be captured, and your target audience, your user roles will be defined accordingly. Okay. Domain knowledge. So you need to do a competitors research, okay, for understanding the domain. So desk research is basically one thing where instead of talking to real people, you collect information which is already available. This is mostly done online. This helps to understand the domain. Okay. You go on Google, you do research, you search for each and everything online and solve your problems or your understanding, right? Then you do an expert interview, okay, who is basically a subject matter expert. We generally call them as SMEs, and instead of collecting information, we can hire an expert to understand the domain as well. Okay. So so if you are making a application where you are actually selling medicines online, okay, so you are designing the user experience, but you are not a subject matter expert for selling medicines online, because medicines are something which are very, very critical uh, when it comes to the domain knowledge, and you may not have that domain knowledge. So you may hire some expert, uh, subject matter expert, to help you in doing in creating an application for selling medicines online, right? So competitors research top competitors for your app. So examples could be e-commerce app, Flipkart and Amazon; music player app, Ghana and Savan; book app is ebook app actually. It is Kindle and Google Play Book. There are a lot of other applications as well. Movie ticket booking app, Book My Show, hotel room booking app, and Make My Trip, Go Ibibo; food order app, Zomato, Swiggy, like you all said, right? So like that, you may have a lot of references online. You can go through. Not only two, you can, I would suggest you should generally do a research more than five at least. Okay. So that that's the whole process of your discovery stage, discovery step, that how to gather the requirement, how to understand the uh, stakeholders, how to ask question, what to ask them. All these things comes under discovery. And here your first session is completed, and now you have a homework assignment. Okay. Before that, I want to ask, do you have any questions here? No questions? Okay. So let us see the next slide, that is the homework assignment. What we
I
have
have
in homework.
excuse me.
So
Excuse me,
select
sir.
a
I have
topic
one question.
for your mobile app project. Okay. So as I told that you will have mobile application and a website project in your portfolio. Mobile application should be designed for iOS and Android both. Okay. And a live project which is an optional for you, right? So select what is the homework assignment here. Select a topic for your mobile app project. Prepare discovery document using Google Docs. Download a Google Doc as PDF and upload on LMS. So every day, so today it was the first session. Now from tomorrow, how the process is we'll all start the session. Before starting the session, I will check the assignment first, or for all of you. Okay, give my comments on those, and then we will start with the homework. Sorry, next session. That is the second session, and then again I will assign you the assignment for the third session. So this is the whole process. We gather together at 2 o'clock. I will review your project first. If there are any comments, errors, I will explain you that again. Okay. If you're stuck somewhere, I will explain you that again. Then I will move on to the next topic and then assign the assignment again. So this is a whole cycle which will happen every session for you. Okay. This is our training method actually. That you come to our session, we'll first check your assignment, homework assignment. If it is correct, very good. If there are some errors, you will be explained that topic again, and then next topic starts and the assignment, homework assignments again. Okay, this is a whole process. So now for this session, now this for your portfolio, you have these 12 topics. Okay, in these 12 topics, you need to choose one topic to start as your mobile app project for your portfolio. Okay. All right. First is your furniture products, that is selling furnitures online. Fashion products, that is selling fashion products online. Under fashion, it can be anything, apparels, that is clothes. Then you have watch, shoes, anything. Everything comes under fashion. It can be ladies products as well. Then the third is online food ordering. Fourth is bags online shopping. Fifth is cosmetics products. Sixth is hotel room booking. Seventh is jewelry shopping. Eighth is doctor's appointment app. Okay, now this doctor's appointment app is basically you are actually creating an app for a doctor who wants that his patients should book an appointment through this app. Okay, it is not like Practo. Okay, it is not like you can book an appointment with multiple different doctors, okay, or nearby you. Not like that. It is, you're creating an app for a doctor who wants his patients to book the appointments online through this app. Okay, then you have a movie tickets booking. Then you have ebook reader, music player, or a web series and movies. Web series and movies, nothing but like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hotstar, all these kind of things. Okay, here are your 12 topics. Okay, and you need to choose one from this. Create a discovery document for that particular topic, and you need to show it, upload it on LMS, the PDF. I will check at my end, and we can discuss this whole thing. We can review it in the next session. Okay, that is tomorrow at 2 o'clock. All right. Have you guys got the LMS access?
Yes, sir, we have got the
Yes.
LMS access. Just one question.
Yeah.
So discovery document, now we'll have to go and speak to someone who is.
Yes, you can do that if you have it, or you can prepare it accordingly. Because discovery document, generally it is with stakeholders, right?
Yeah.
So for you, stakeholders stakeholder can right now in this course for your product, Your stakeholder is either me, or if you want, you can have your own stakeholders also.
Okay, you are fine. Yeah.
Okay, so you can have your own stakeholders as well. That's not an issue. But in this document, when you prepare this document, this stakeholder document, this discovery document, you have certain examples with you in this course sessions in slides, and there is also reference document in your LMS, that how the discovery document can be based on these topics. So there are all these 12 topics references are there in your LMS session. You can
Okay.
refer that and you can create your own discovery document.
Okay.
Anybody else has a question
I have
or a
one
doubt?
question, sir. I have one question.
Yes,
Sir, is there any time frame for the complete process what we discussed till now?
Mahan. Is it Mahan?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's Mahan Telugu.
Mahan, I'm not. I could not hear you slightly. If you can just a bit louder.
Is there any time frame for the entire procedure what we discussed till now? On the in the actual project, do we have any time limits?
Actual project, this particular project, mobile app project.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. See, in your whole course is whatever timelines that you have enrolled for the whole course, right? In your
Sir, I'm not asking
whole,
about this course.
uh,
When we go into the job, no, by the
huh,
time
huh.
for this UX process, will be
Uh.
there any time limits like
Yeah, of
before?
course there is a time limit. There are deadlines. There are timelines attached to it, and it all depends on the what the volume of the project is, right? So if
Okay,
you're
okay,
creating a big app like this Amazon or Flipkart, then you will have to do a huge research, right? And you will have to
mm-hmm.
follow a huge UX process as well, right? But at the same time, few people may skip some steps because they already have these case studies in front of them, right?
Okay,
So they do that, but for doing each and every step in this process has a timeline. When you go for a
okay,
project
okay,
in industry, there is always a timeline attached to it, always because every effort you put, it is cost against it, right? Every effort you are
okay,
putting, company will charge that cost to the client.
mm-hmm. Okay,
Okay, so you need to be very efficient and productive about it.
okay, okay.
Have I answered your question?
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Cool. Any more questions?
Nothing, nothing.
So I hope this session helped you to understand the first step for the UX process, for UX design, and I hope that you will create excellent applications during this course and you will learn a lot. Okay,
Okay.
so here we end this session today. For today, I will meet you tomorrow, everyone, and we will check the assignment first and then proceed. Assignment first. If you are not able to understand anything, we'll review it again. I will explain you again, and then we will start with the next session. Okay. All right. So everybody, see you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye. And if you have any questions, you can post it on the WhatsApp group. Okay?
Can you please add someone new? Can you add me, please, someone?
Mahan?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not in group. Can you please add me?
Yeah, yeah, sure. We will do that. We will do that. I will ask Jayan to do it. Okay?
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you much.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. Any problems, any doubts while doing this assignment, please text me on the WhatsApp group. Okay?
Sure,
Chalo.
sure.
Thank you. Bye.